America. This message is brought to you by the Iowa Department of Public Safety, the Governor's Traffic Safety Bureau, and your local law enforcement.
Own the night, Space Travelers, 7 p.m. on Spreaker FM 88.9.
This is Michael J. Martin, and you're listening to the Gary Russen program on GJRB Online.
One of my favorite instrumentals of all time, though, BB Bumble and the Stingers, Bumble Boogie, 1961. Oh, yeah. All-time favorite instrumental. Used to play it on the radio when I was a kid. I used to hear it on the radio. It's a fabulous instrumental piece of music. And you got Gary J. Russen with you on Spreaker across America, the Gary Russen program, Saturday Extra. I do. I love instrumentals. I love them. And the hit instrumentals in the 1950s and 60s. Absolutely fabulous. And I play them to death around here. I don't care. I love them. And there are some really good ones. And I got a few later on. Green Onions. And there's a great one for the 50s I absolutely love. It's from my memory stash. It's absolutely fabulous. And it's Cherry Pink and Apple Blossom White. That's another great. What is that? Parado? Can't remember. But anyway, we'll play that one later. I'll play some big band. Big band music has been my favorite for a lot of years, though. I love that music. And I play a lot of it. One of them is a song that Tommy Dorsey put out on the charts. And actually, I think it bumped Elvis Presley off the #1 spot in 1957, I believe. And that was the song called So Rare. Absolutely fabulous. We'll play that one later. I think I got that somewhere. If not, I'll find it. Anyway, glad you can be back on the radio, the Gary Russen program. And of course, we kind of mix a little music and a little talk. And coming up next hour, we'll have 45 minutes of nonstop talk. So stay tuned for that. 45 minutes straight. No breaks whatsoever. We're just going to rattle on here for 45 freaking minutes, man. Because I just loved talking to y'all. And maybe we'll get some people in there at that second hour. Because that's always the crucial hour. And, of course, when we do this show on days when Ben was on, we always had him on in the second hour because I could just go crazy, and I would do that just to make it fun, you know. Anyway, got some other stuff. Let's take a look and see what the update is on the Cubs score. The Cubs are coming back. Let's see, we got here Matt Carpenter singled. Let me see, that was the last play. Let's just do this: 2-2, 2 out. They got man on first and second. Who's up here? Was this the Cardinals half of the inning, I believe? Okay, so it was. Matt Carpenter singled singled on a line drive, and over to right fielder Nicholas Castellanos and Paul DeJohn over to second. So now the Cubs are tied up. There's a tie between the Cubs, right? Cubs and Cardinals tied 5-5 in the top of the fifth inning. And they got Phelps on the mound, so they changed pitchers. They've been doing that, though. I gotta say that for them. They've been taking pitchers out that they've been really doing lousy. So that's a good thing. I mean, at least they're doing that. I mean, other than that, let's get this thing going, guys. Let's win some games. We need to win some game, or we're out of it. We're in a wild card, but I just think this wild card is going to probably go bad for us. I mean, really? Well, let's just see what happens. It's got to get better, guys, right? Cubs have to win at least one game. All right, well, I'll tell you what we're going to do right now. We're going to go ahead and post again, and we're going to do some more news stories. I got a few of them that we want to do. What is up with this? What is up with this? What is up with this? This is a new kind of thing. What are they doing here? Okay. I'm going to see what I'm going to leave it. I don't know. That was weird. I never saw that before on a Facebook page, posting on Facebook. Because last hour it was pretty normal. Had my picture, had, okay, it must have been something real goofy there. So I'm just going to go ahead and post and see if there's anybody out there. Meanwhile, I'm going to see what we got here. I'm going to post in the group and get all my groups in there and post in. Okay, so there. Okay, I'm going to do that. Okay, so let me see. Okay, so let me see. Okay, so there we go. Spreaker, Meet the Spreakers. I'm going on there now. I'm going to post on the Spreaker Tavern. And I will post over on the other one as well. Just to see if we get some attention. But we'll do most of the posting next hour. So sometimes I post, but I think kind of redundant to post on Spreaker Tavern. So sometimes, and Spreaker Tavern, and Meet the Spreakers, and Spreaker Tavern. But because I figured it this way, I'll do most of that next hour. Okay, that sounds like a plan. Yeah, it does. All right, tell you what we're going to do. I'm going to continue doing what we were doing, and that's news. So let's see what other interesting stories we have here. Yeah, I mentioned this earlier. You remember that guy that got in a human... Remember Snowden? Yeah, remember him? He was the one who, a number of years ago. Yeah. Well, now he is concerned about the massive record, and they're building everyone. They're building a massive record system for everyone on the planet. Edward Snowden, who blew the whistle on government surveillance. Remember that? Well, now he's warning of the dangers of technology and privacy. He told a British newspaper, The Guardian, he's concerned the U.S. and other governments around the world, along with the big internet companies, are moving toward creating a permanent record of everyone on Earth, according to everything in their daily lives. The greatest danger, he says, still lies ahead, with the refinement of artificial intelligence capabilities such as facial and pattern recognition. An all-equipped surveillance camera could not be a mere recording device, but could also be made into something closer to an automated police officer. Snowden also argued that both legislation reform and increased use of end-to-end encryption to protect other communications, however. But he told the paper that accelerating technological changes will lead to even greater intrusion on privacy. He calls for the worldwide protest to get changes started. He said we should now. If you don't, if it's something you want to change. Snowden now lives in Russia to avoid prosecution by the U.S. Yeah, he's staying out. He's staying away. He's staying in hiding. 7 years working with the NSA and the CIA, he had led them to conclude that the U.S. hacked the Constitution and put everybody at risk, and they had no choice but to turn to the journalists to reveal it to the world. Former National Security Agency contractor has written a memoir telling his little story for the first time and explaining why he chose to risk his freedom to become the famous whistleblower of all time. Yeah, Snowden. And they made a big fuss over that. And of course, the liberal left kind of really turned him, and I think, did they demonize him? And all he was really doing was warning people. I mean, seriously. I mean, I think that's probably what it is. Now, I think that we need to take that seriously, folks. He's right. I mean, of course, like I said before, I'm doing an internet radio program here on Spreaker. But we have this thing called DOT. I'm not going to say Alexa because it'll turn on our Alexa. And all this stuff about, well, she's listening to us, blah, blah, blah. They're stating that I made fun of it because I stood in front of her and said I was abducted by aliens and have an implant and no one's knocked on my door yet. I've been saying stuff like that. The other one was, President Trump was chosen by God to be the president of the United States, and or my friend was saying, yes, stand up and say President Trump is God, something like that. All kinds of stuff you could do. And then, we always ask her if she works for the government. She says, no, I work for Amazon. So I mean, just a ploy, but anyway, I mean, think about it though. I mean, just if this is what she was said to do. I know I said something the other day. What was that? And I'm hoping maybe perhaps we'll hear from Ed Delgado in this next segment. I think that would be absolutely fabulous. He was talking about something today as I was listening. I replay the Caramel Conservative on Saturday afternoons, but when I do this show on Saturday afternoons, on my Spreaker FM side, 88.9, and I'll say I have a low-power 9-foot closed-circuit FM signal going 9 feet around my broadcast facilities, or just my, and I don't care. It's not hurting nobody. It's only going 9 foot around the studios. That's it. Once you get out of the driveway, once you get out of our parking lot, it's gone. Okay, it only goes maybe 9 feet. I mean, driveway, the station next to it's going to override it. So I don't care. I say I have a 9-foot closed-circuit FM signal, and I carry all the programs that I follow, pretty much all of them, not all of them. Most of the programs I follow here on Spreaker. And one of them, of course, is our Caramel Conservative. Every Tuesday night he's on 8 o'clock. And then I just download the program, put it on my computer player, and rebroadcast it on Saturday afternoon before I come. So I just replayed Tuesday night's Caramel Conservative program. And he had a point there, our story there about something about, and let me see, help me with this, saying that something going on now that says that our program is that you could Dot that something to say, or you could tell her what to say. I mean, I believe that. I mean, I've thought about getting one in, only because I think it would be cool to have her say, this is Spreaker FM 88.9 KSPR LPFM, or this is the GJRB Online Network. Would be pretty darn cool. And having her be a DJ, and I would have to edit to a point where I'd have to record and then edit her introducing the songs, kind of like I do my voice tracking, because I do voice track where it sounds like I'm live, not kind of thing. That would be kind of in the realm of the same idea, where I would be her introducing songs. But of course, it's a big promotion for Amazon. It's just terrible. Anyway, you're listening to the Gary Russen program, Saturday Extra on GJRB Online. Next hour, we're going to be doing 45 minutes of non-stop talking music, no breaks whatsoever. So we're going to kind of see if we can blow up this chat room next hour. It would be pretty cool. I think it would be great. Next hour, I'm also going to do weather in the news. I got some interesting stories, weather in the news, about the fact that the Farmer's Almanac thing that we're going to have a pretty rough winter. There's no more than 7 winter storms are predicted. No more than 7. So you get a that one. I wonder if they're going to be now again, that coincides with what I've been hearing all along now, this being a polar coaster, in which it will be, I guess, a little tank. It'll get snowy and everything, and it'll come up to mild, and it'll go down. I've been hearing that one for quite some time. I don't know how true that is, but I've been hearing that quite a bit. We'll talk about that next hour. They're saying that we could have a roller coaster, so we'll be talking about that. And my computer, if you hear that it's that fan. You can let me know if there's a reason for that keep going off like that. It's been doing that for several months. So I don't know. I'm going to have to get a can of compressed air, and one day when I'm off the air, I'm going to have to open it up and spray some compressed air in there and see, maybe perhaps maybe it's being overworked or something. But I need to clean it out anyway, because I have a lot of recordings on here and I need to delete some. I got some old. I got still some gear, and I don't have a reason to keep it because I have everything on the YouTube, and if I want to pull it up, I can pull it up and download it. So it's my stuff. All right, tell you what we're going to do right now. We're going to do weather on the 5s right now. Take a look at some temperatures across America. Los Angeles, California, now checking 86 degrees under sunny skies. Cedar Rapids, Iowa is 73, and rain in Cedar Rapids, kind of like over here. And of course, this is all part of that system going through. I was looking at the radar this morning before airtime, and there's a whole line of rain all from here, clear all the way to Cedar Rapids. So we'll take a look at that. We'll also have Weather Nation doing our weather next hour. Des Moines, Iowa, 74 degrees and cloudy. Salem, Massachusetts, 73 and sunny. Over in North Platte, Nebraska, it's up to 79 degrees with sunshine. Paducah, Kentucky is 90 under sunny skies. Houston, Texas, 89 degrees. And as we go further down, let's take a look. Tampa, Florida is 88 and mostly cloudy. And back home in my home city, my hometown of Ambridge, Pennsylvania, 85 degrees and partly cloudy. We'll take a look next hour on towns like Montero, North Carolina. We'll take a look at Portsmouth. We'll take a look at Portland, Oregon. And Omaha, Nebraska, among others, next hour, and also Las Vegas, Nevada. Weather on the 5s, 25 and 45 minutes past each hour, and all music shows, 25 and 55 talk shows, or any time in the hour that ends in 5. 5, 15, 25, 35, 45, or 55 minutes past the hour. We're on GJRB Online here on Spreaker. And this is a great show. This is what we call the Gary Russen program, and the Gary Russen program. And thank you for tuning in.
Watch. Pray. For you do not know what hour the Son of God will return. Prophecy. New World Order. Terrorism. Economic collapse, wars, pandemics, Israel. When they say peace, then cometh sudden destruction. Volcanic eruptions, earthquakes, signs in the heavens. Keep up with world news and events you hear on GJRB's News on the Hour. Go to End Time Headlines at www.endtimeheadlines.org. With a lot of chaos happening, keep in touch with End Time Headlines and GJRB.
Recently, the owner of Facebook had to face Congress over personal information on Facebook users. In addition, users were saying that their postings were being deleted. Getting sick and tired of your censorship and your data being used without your permission? Do something about it now. Come to MeWe, the internet social site that values your freedom. No more deleted postings. Make a step to freedom. Sign up today. It's easy. Go to www.MeWe.com. That's M-E-W-E. MeWe, the internet's free speech social site.
Whether it's baseball, basketball, hockey, even bowling, it's covered on Gary J's Sports page. I'll talk about what's going on in the world of sports all over the USA. We'll read you interesting articles about the players and even keep up with the scores of the games going on live. I'll even have guests from time to time and just talk sports. Better than any newspaper page, it comes alive. Gary J's Sports page. Join me for Sports Page at a brand new time, alternating Saturdays at noon on GJRB.
Imagine one day tuning around on your internet radio only to find a station playing old radio